Hey guys, Fucus 101 here, and in this video, I'm going to be doing my review on the movie Sinister, which I saw Saturday. And I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was really, really good. From the start, when the trailers came out, I really wanted to see this movie because there haven't been many horror movies. I haven't seen a horror movie in the theater for a while that I wanted to see. And so I was excited when I saw the trailer for this. And yeah, it was really good. So the first scene in the movie it really shows what you're in for. There's no music at all in this scene. And it's just gruesome. I'm not going to give anything away in this video because for those people that want to see this movie and are just looking for a review on someone's thoughts to know if it's good or worth seeing, right off the bat, I'll just say, yes, I highly recommend this movie if you are a horror movie fan and you like to be scared and you're just in for those kind of movies. But yeah, the first scene of the whole movie just sets the mood for what's to come. So yeah, it starts off with Ethan Hawke, who's playing this author that moves to a new town where he's basing his new book off of these murders, or a murder that has happened, and a kidnapping also, which they're the same thing. A little girl was kidnapped and the rest of her family was murdered, and he moves into the actual murder house. So he's settling in, and he ends up finding a box up in the attic of Super 8 recordings, which are like that old camera. So he finds these recordings, and they're titled things like, just give an example, like hanging out, pool party, family barbecue. So he just thinks like, oh, it's the people that lived here. They have recordings of their family. So he starts watching them, and they are these just grisly, torturous scenes of murder. They all start off with just film of the family just being a family, hanging out in the backyard or at a pool, having like a cookout, or just like in their house. And then it cuts to them like tied up, like duct taped to something. Or, for example, I don't want to give anything away. There's such good scenes, but they're so creepy and just This movie, by the way, isn't really gory either, and I really like that. I think that really takes a little bit away from a movie. For example, Saw. The plots for Saw are good, but the fact that they're so bloody, it kind of takes some of the movie away from me. And this movie wasn't really gory at all. There were a little bit of blood. There was blood at the end, but there wasn't that much. And I like that. And the jump scares, there were a couple. There weren't a lot, actually. I like that. There were probably 4 or 5 jump scares, and I kind of expected some of them, but one got me really good. One really got me, and I praise the movie for it because it was a good one. So yeah, he finds out that one of them happened in the backyard of his house, and then he finds all these other ones, and he's like, oh my god, there have been more murders like the same thing, because in each murder the youngest child is missing in the final like killings in the video. So he ends up piecing together all the crimes and murders and figuring out the plot of the movie is really good. The plot is amazing. It's a little bit confusing, but if you sit and think about it, it's really good. There was a lot of thought went into the plot of this movie, and I really liked it. For comic relief, they added this like deputy, and he looked a lot like one of my friends, and he sounded just like him too. He had this kind of a lisp that my friend has, and it was so weird. He looked like a 25-year-old version of my friend, and he sounded just like him. And his facial expressions matched how my friend would. It was so weird. But I forgot to add, he's in the town, and he made a previous book about murders, and the people in the town know that the murder happened, and they know that he moved there to write a book about it, so they all kind of don't like him. Like the sheriff gives him tickets for no reason, just because he doesn't like him and he wants him to leave. So, yeah, anyway, I'll just give a brief overview. If you don't want to hear this part, it's not really a spoiler, but I'm just going to talk about the demon in the movie. The demon's name is Bagul, and this is a picture of him. And basically what he is a demon, and he eats the souls of children. So that's why all of the children were missing, the youngest children, because he would take them, and they'd become like his own little servants. So and he wasn't really, if you just look at him, he's not that scary looking, but the way they portrayed him in the movie, just the lighting that was on him and everything, it just made him look extremely creepy. The score to the movie too was amazing. The music was so original. It was awesome. It made the scenes a lot more scary than they actually were. And last thing, there were a couple giveaways that you already knew were going to happen. Like in the trailers, they showed the kid coming out of the box. When he moved that picture, he saw Bagul in the bushes, and he was in the same spot as the picture. And also when his face turned on the computer screen to look at the guy. And I think those scenes could have been a little better if they didn't show them in the trailers, but you have to advertise some of the scary elements of the movie. But anyway, yeah, that's basically all I want to tell you guys. I highly recommend this movie. It was extremely good. I had a great time. I went with my friends, and it's just so fun to see a scary movie with your friends. So, yeah, in total, I'm going to give it an 8.5. Because the end of the movie was a little weird. It kind of cut short. Like, it was kind of an abrupt ending. Like, it was kind of anticlimactic. But other than that, I thought the Ethan Hawke did a great job, too. But, yeah, most of all, the acting was really good. The writing was excellent. And, yeah, everything about this movie, I just really liked it. So, let me know what you guys think if you saw it. And, yeah, tell me what you thought of it. Like the video, subscribe, and this is Fucus 101 signing out. Happy Halloween.